Hello guys, I'm Gad from Vermin Games and I will present you the competitive mode of Bright Future, Tunnel of Power. You maybe know the story. In this scenario we are competing for a legendary nuclear bunker from the Cold War and before the nuclear war, which is full of resources and greatness and everything, and the only problem is that it's shut tight with a big metal door which cannot be opened otherwise than with a computer which operates with ancient floppy disks. So every one of us must find in the anomalies surrounding the bunker the necessary codes, open the big blast door and win the game. To open the door you must have those three codes. Let's see, the initial code combination will be 3, 2, 3. Everyone who has the combination and visits the bunker and defeats the encounters there will win the game. Which sounds easy, but it's not. We make the game setup almost the same as in Tunnel Fever. You need the settlements, which you see the icon, fit here, the outposts, and the anomalies. You also need the market, which stays basically in the same place, 6 cards. The market is needed for you to buy items when you visit a settlement with a trade option, and to take items as a loot. You can always take item from here or a random item from the deck. I'll also deal 6 cards to Sandy and to me, but if you have nothing against it, I will play as Sandy because she's busy filming it. Now, her cards are these, and she appears to be a mutant. Because she has mostly mutant items, and it will be wise to choose a mutant character. Okay, which one, Cindy? The Queen. Okay. There you are. And my items. I have a gun, toxic grenade, shield, another gun, well, a shotgun, another shield, and a mutant armor. Okay, I'm choosing the soldier. I have 2 guns. This can be useful. Now, this is my token, this is her token, and we are the same as in Tunnel Fever. We discard in the beginning the cards we don't want, and we pay the cost of the cards we keep. So for Sandy, she doesn't need the human items, she discards them, and she pays, well, she has 30 resources in the beginning, she has 6 and 6, 12, so she has 18 starting resources. I have more items to keep. I'll discard the mutant item, and I have 2 shields which pretty much overlap each other, so I'll keep the heavy shield, discard the other one, and well, pay for every item I keep, which makes, well, 12 and 6 more, 18, so I take only 12 down from 30. Okay, now I have 12 resources, and we can start our turn. Our turn consists of basically 3 phases. In the first phase we pick a tunnel card out from all 7 cards. The first player, which is the Tunnel Explorer, which is the player who most recently went underground, which Sandy, you came to the subway?
I went to the subway last night.
Okay, you're first. You're taking the Tunnel Explorer card, you will make the first turn, and you take 3 cards. This is count of players plus 1 from the tunnel cards. Well, normally this phase of the turn is hidden, so everyone chooses secretly their cards. But now, since we're showing everything, Cindy will pick her card before the camera. Now, she has 3 options. The upper side of the card shows the options of movement which it offers. In this case, this card allows her to go third in order in the Tunnel of Power, or third in an anomaly. This one allows her to visit the Tunnel of Power first, or third in a settlement, and this one first in a settlement or second in an anomaly. They also have special effects which can be very useful when used in time. So now, where do you go, Sandy?
I think I'll pick the second card.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. You will visit a settlement, I suppose.
I'm not visiting the Tunnel of Power.
So, you see guys, in the settlement you take some wood, just rewards from the settlement. In an outpost you can take 3 items, 2 items for the first player, 1 item for every one of the other players. And in an anomaly you will take as a reward 1 code from here and replace it with another random code. And the succeeding players will take any random code. Here in the Tunnel of Power, the player who goes there will play both an outpost, taking items as a reward, and an anomaly, taking codes. So, with our actions, the code will change. We must keep in mind this thing. Now, we are putting her character token in the position she chooses. It is third in a settlement here. And trait rules. Take a look at the top 2 settlements and change their places if you want to. This is the special effect of the tunnel phase card. Now, she secretly sees the top 2 settlements and chooses the Cannibal Cult or the Abandoned Farm. I would advise her to take the farm. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. And now she puts them this way, so she would take the card she wants. Now it's my turn. I take the 2 tunnel cards which are left from her. So I know where she placed her character token, which is good for me. But she knows which cards she gives me to choose from, which is good for her. In my case, I would do the following. I'm gonna choose this one for this option. I will play first in the settlement and take the first choices, and I will make use, maybe, of this special bonus of the card, which is Freelancer. I can reveal, only for me actually, I can see the top outpost card, and if I want, I can hire it, even it's not my race. It is Giga Mutant, I'm a human. Normally I will fight the Giga Mutant, being a human and being enemy to all mutants in the game, except maybe players. Now I can hire them for 5 resources. Since she's the queen, she can take mercenaries for free, so I will not leave this one to her. I will pay this great cost, 5, and keep the Giga Mutant as my ally. Now, the other thing is that I'm putting here on the first position in the settlement my token. Now we're through with the tunnel phase. Now comes the combat phase. Since we have 2 things to do. Each one of us, which has players behind themselves, in my case players who are following me, this is Sandy, can leave an ambush to them. So they would fight any mercenary I decide to leave behind. They will fight it only once and take no reward from this fight, and they will use their items to survive and to win the fight normally, which means once they have used their items, they will not attack. They will not use these items to attack me in the same turn, or in the situation which awaits them at the location in the third phase of the turn. In my case, I will not leave this mercenary to her, because she's the queen. She has a special skill which allows her to hire any mercenary for no cost, as long as it is mutant, even when the mutant is hostile to her. So I will not use my mercenary. I can attack only someone who is in front of me, as she can do right now on me. But there's no one in front of me, I'm first, so I'm through with my combat phase. Sandy, you now have the option to attack me with all your weapons. Let's do this, please, so we can show how it works. Now,
I cannot move the cards, they're too far away.
okay, I see. You can try to use any of your cards to make this damage to me. I can use any armor to protect myself from the attack, and you make use of your special skills also. Let's say you decide to attack me with these throwing spikes, which make only 3 damage to me. Well, I can use the shield. This shield becomes used. It cannot be used anymore, but it provides me with 3 protection from ranged, so I take no damage from your normal ranged attack. The special effect is not enforced, because it says if this weapon deals any damage, add 2 power to your next attack. Well, I have stopped this for now. But Sandy decides to continue her attack. She will then attack me with with this one, with the claws. 4 attack, which is melee attack. I have nothing to stop this attack. So I have no armors. So I will take 4 damage. There it is. And in addition, she will disarm me. For every 3 damage with this weapon, she will disable one of my items. So one of my items will become inactive. So she disables this and this, because she has used them. And she disables one of my items, which will most probably those toxic grenades, because they make great damage. Now, she can continue attacking me with anything she has, but for some reason she decides to stop. Let's say, so I can survive.
I'll be generous now.
Anyway, well, if she attacked me with the with these bosses, she would take my last 3 resources. Okay, let's show this also. She attacks me with this. I was stupid enough to stand before her. I knew that she will be after me, and still I put my token here. Okay, I'm stupid, I must be punished. She attacks me with this. She taps it also. She takes 3 damage from me, and let's see the special effect. Okay, she receives 1 resource for every point of damage dealt by this weapon. Well, this 3 damage come to her. And the most important thing, when I lose combat, lose all my resources, I don't lose my items. I only lose my turn, or the remainder of my turn, actually. I have already made use of my turn of hiring this mercenary, which was also stupid of my side, because I have spent my resources to it. Yeah, so otherwise I could survive this. Anyway, but I'm out of here because I'm heavily wounded, and until next turn I cannot do anything. I take 6 resources, and I will start my next turn with 6 resources, but I will not be the player who will visit, the first player who will visit this location anymore. I will visit no location. I'm out for this turn. Now it's Sandy's turn. It's time to play her location part of the turn, since she removed me from this corridor. Now, the abandoned farm, which she chose in the previous phase, gives her 2 options to take 4 resources or 1 item regardless of price. But since she's the first player in the location, she takes buff rewards. So she takes 4 resources and 1 free item. Now, as I see, you have 2 melee weapons, 1 ranged weapon, and maybe you need 1 more weapon which is different from the weapons you have. So you have more weapon diversity in the game. This is why you don't need those parasites, but you put this digestive acid to good use, which has acid attack. Well, fire. We put another card in the place of this one, since you have finished trading, in this case taking wood, and you can make use of the optional choices on the card. First of them is to play an anomaly, and instead of the normal reward of code, you will take 1 children token. And the other reward is active if you had refugees token. You don't have it. Anyway, would you play the anomaly? It's a great risk since you have only 1 armor, and this weapon you just took, and the others are inactive. You have used them. Still?
Yep.
Okay. This is already played actually. The next anomaly is this one. Okay, in this case you have luck, it seems. Mutated Thorns. It deals 8 damage to you, and you can decrease that damage with, well, no weapons can help you here, but you can use melee and ranged defense. You have, only in this card you have 1 melee and 3 ranged, so you can use it to reduce this damage with 4 and lose only 4 of those 8, and take the reward, which is the children token. Where it is? Here they are. Now you have saved the children, and you can trade this this token at any place which allows trading for this cost of 6 resources, and take resources for it, or trade it somewhere for even more resources. And that's your turn. Those cards are discarded since they have been played. You take back your character token, and we start the next turn. This is the used tunnel card. We shuffle them good and draw another 3 cards. This time, since you have been the last turn the tunnel explorer, now I'm the tunnel explorer, being the first player. I can see and secretly choose one of those 3 options. And let's say I'm gonna choose these patrol schedules and take the outpost and be third in the line. You have those two, Sandy has those 2 cards to choose from, but first I have the patrol schedules, and I can choose from the opponent secretly from her. I see there are a human and a mutant encounter. Normally, if I encounter an opponent which is from the other race, not mine, I will have to fight them. So I will choose, set the human encounter on the top, so I can draw it. Now, this was the special action of the tunnel card. Now, Cindy must choose one of the cards, one of the location. This one?
Yep.
The anomaly, I suppose, or the settlement.
Anomaly.
Okay. Cindy, being full of resources, will choose the anomaly and be second at the anomaly. Now she puts there her character token, and she has the freelancer option to reveal the next what I had. The next oh, that's nice. The next opponent and hire them regardless of race. I suppose she will do it.
Yep.
Hire them for 5 resources, take them beside her. Because it's not a mutant, she will not hire them for free. But anyway, she hires them. And now, the opponent, I will have to face the other option. This one I did not want to visit. Now, second phase of the turn is the combat phase. Since we are not at the same location, there is no combat. There is no option for combat place, we are at different places. End of combat phase. First phase of the turn is the location location phase again. We play the location in this order with the Roman numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So first I play my location, which is now this mutant. I didn't want this, but Cindy said it for me. So they have 14 attack, and I can decrease their damage with melee weapons and with flame weapons. I don't have either. Well, I reactivate all my weapons anyway. It's a new turn, but I don't have any melee nor flame weapons. I have armor which protects me from melee, but I have no armor, no protection from toxic. But In this case I would take, well, 11 damage and die again and lose my turn again. But I have this mercenary. They have this special action, trample, which can be used once to destroy any opponent I meet. Any outpost opponent, I mean. The orange text is usable only in Tunnel Fever scenarios, so I can safely ignore it. Now, I will use this is my last chance to remove this opponent. Buff cards go to the discard, and I can take my reward, which is 2 items, since I'm the first player. Well, also the last, but I'm the first player here. I take 2 rewards, so I can take the flamethrower, of course, and well, there are not much options, but not so many options, but well, see guys, I have this great heavy shield which gives me melee, ranged and fire protection, and this poor gas mask gives me free the maximum toxic protection, so it's cheap, but still it works for me great. So I take it and then I fill up the market with other items, and it's the end of my turn. I take back my character token. Now it's Sandy's location turn. She reveals her anomaly. There are those reptiloids. She needs ranged and toxic weapons to use against them.
No toxic weapons.
She has no toxic weapons, but she has ranged weapons, and she needs fire protection. She has 2. Well, they have 10 attack, and 3 plus 2 give her 5 protection. She takes 5 damage. She has more than enough stats, resources. So she defeats the anomaly and takes the reward, which is 1 coat of her choice. One of the 3, I suppose. She has 1 coat already, and the new coat will be 2. This is the new coat combination which is needed to open the door and win the game. Maybe next turn, this is end of her turn, next turn she would somehow find another coat in an anomaly, and then she could try her luck to win the game with the 3rd coat she would find here in this anomaly. She could win the game. Now we have played 2 fast codes, 2 fast turns in Tunnel of Power, and if you have any questions you can freely ask here under the video, or you can contact us. Please visit our website, which is vermingames.eu. We can help you, or you can just download some more content and see some of the great art we have. Thank you for watching this.